For family worship today, read Joshua chapter 5, verses 13 through 15. Here we've seen how God has led Joshua and the nation of Israel, and they've come to this point where they are outside the city of Jericho, and they are called to go and defeat this city and take back the land that God has promised them. But we see here, right as they're about to go into Jericho, Joshua encounters a man. And the man has his sword drawn, and Joshua is clearly afraid of him, and he says, "Are you for us or our adversaries?" And the man doesn't answer Joshua directly, but he says, "No, I am the commander of the army of the Lord." Joshua has been encountered with God himself. Joshua has come into the presence of the Lord, and he is realizing that God is the one who is going to fight his battles for him. God is the one who is leading the way. Why do you think that the man didn't answer Joshua directly? Why didn't he just say, "Yes, I'm for you"? I think God might have been teaching Joshua a lesson to learn two things: when he's in the presence of God and when to trust God. You see, God had already told Joshua that he was going ahead of him, that he would fight his battles, that he would take care of them. So Joshua didn't need to be afraid or worried. And so I think it's good for us to learn when we're in the presence of God, to know him, and then when to trust God. When to say, "Yes, God, you've already said you would do it, and so I will trust in you." So God gave himself to his people here to lead them in battle. But years later, God would give himself again. But this time, it would not be a battle for some city, but it would be a battle for our eternity. A battle over sin and death forever. God sent Jesus for us. God gave Jesus himself for us so that we could have new life, so that we could have our sins forgiven. So this is great news today, that God doesn't just promise us good things, but he sends himself to fight for our battles and to defeat sin and death in our lives forever if we believe and trust in him. Take that good news with you today.